Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Gerel. Today we're going to be doing a declutter. I'm going to show you all the eyeshadow palettes. I mean, look at this crazy basket. It is full of eyeshadow palettes that I declutter. So just in case you missed like the longest video I've ever done in my life, which is like an update of everything that I have been going through the month of December, I did mention that I actually filmed a whole entire video decluttering all of my eyeshadow palettes and showing you my whole entire collection, but I deleted the footage completely. It's gone. It's gone. So here I am doing this again. I'm not going to show you my entire collection right now, not today, because I already have all of these eyeshadow palettes that I have already decluttered, and I'm going to show you every single eyeshadow palette that is not going to make it with me for the year of 2020. It's just not. These eyeshadows have been in my collection for a very long time. Some of these eyeshadow palettes are super old that I have been just collecting and just keeping with me for sentimental reasons, or just eyeshadow palettes that I have purchased and just did not work out for me, or eyeshadow palettes were actually sent to me. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this declutter, and I'm going to show you every single eyeshadow palette and how it looks in the inside. Don't judge me, because none of them have been used to its full capacity. None of them have hit pan, none of them. I am going to put some of these eyeshadow palettes on my Poshmark, so just in case it is Gerel Matta or Makeup by Gerel, I will link it somewhere down in the description area if you are interested. You know, just so I can get a little bit of my money back, because I did invest in buying most of these eyeshadow palettes. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about these eyeshadow palettes. I'm just going to show it to you, show you the inside, and move on, because it is going to be very long, since I do have a lot of eyeshadow palettes to show you guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. You can also click on the little bell so you can get notified whenever I upload a new video, which is every single week. And without further ado, let's get on to the video. All right, so the first eyeshadow palette is this Tarte Pro, and this is the first one. This is such an amazing eyeshadow palette. It is so good. I really like it. It's super nice. It has your neutral colors, warm colors, you know, your little pops of colors and shimmers over here. You do have a lot of matte. All of these sides right here is matte, and this ones are shimmer, and it's just such an amazing eyeshadow palette. But unfortunately, like with so many eyeshadow palettes, it's just something that I'm not going to be reaching for, and I have to be honest with myself. I'd rather give it to someone else that is actually going to enjoy the eyeshadow palette and take advantage of it, instead of me just keeping it in my collection and never ever using it. All right, so the next eyeshadow palettes are two from Too Faced. I do have some more of Too Faced, I think, but anyways, these two right here, they have the tint packaging. This one is the Naturals Matte. So as you can see, it is super loved. And this eyeshadow palette, this little one right here, I used to use so much, but I completely forgot about it, and it's just something that I know for sure I'm not going to reach for. This one right here has its box, and I'm pretty sure if I look for it, the other one probably I can find its box. I do keep the boxes. I am so crazy. Like, I have a bag full of boxes that these eyeshadows come in, which is crazy. This one is the peanut butter and jelly. So as you can see, it was really loved. I did use it a lot, and it's just such a pretty, and it still smells like chocolate, and it's such a pretty combination of colors, and it's just super easy to use. So there you go. The next eyeshadow palette is this one by Bare Mineral. This is a quad that I actually got from Nicole Guerrero. She recommended it a million years ago, and it was a limited edition little eyeshadow quad, and I did use it. This shade right here, the minty shade, I really wanted it to be like super bold and pigmented. However, it was like dust. As soon as you put it in your eyes and blend it, it's just gone. The other shades are super nice. This one right here, the bronzy shades and the gold shade, is just so amazing. It has more like a pinky tone, this one right here, but it's just really nice. And yeah, it was loved. The next one that I have is from Tarte, and this one is called Be You Naturally. It is a really nice eyeshadow palette, and I think I used it like twice to create a really nice natural look. However, I do have other eyeshadow palettes that I prefer more than this one, so that's why it's here. All right, so the next eyeshadow palette that I have here is from BH, and this is the first Carly Bible eyeshadow palette. I actually bought this in Poshmark, and I think the girl said that it was like either swatch or just swatch, never used or lightly used. Anyways, I was looking to doing a tutorial with this eyeshadow palette. I don't remember if I ever did a tutorial with this eyeshadow palette. I don't remember, but I remember that it was something that I was looking for, and that's why I purchased it in Poshmark. But once I got here, if I used it, I probably used it once and never again. It's just something that I'm not going to be reaching for. I'd rather just use other eyeshadow palettes that I actually like more. The quality is okay. It's just not something that I know for sure I'm going to reach for. And with that being said, I also have the deluxe version of the Carly Bible. I did purchase this one myself. And once again, I think I used it probably twice, 3 times the most. And that's like really saying something. I don't even think I used it. I mean, I'm looking at the eyeshadow palette, and I don't think that I even digged into this palette. Maybe but one time. Maybe one time. And yeah, I mean, it is super sad. It's super sad that these eyeshadow palettes are just not getting the love, and this one is going as well. All right, so the next eyeshadow palette that I have here is from BH as well, and this one was such a good eyeshadow palette, but I have better quality eyeshadows in my opinion in my collection, and I just do not see myself reaching for this one. This one is so inexpensive, and I don't even think that they have this one available anymore, but I did use it like 3 times. The tutorials that I have here on my channel, those are the times that I actually use it. After that, I've never reached for it again. However, it does have a beautiful pigmentation, but it's just not being loved. All right, so the next eyeshadow palette is by Makeup Revolution, and it is the Emily Edit. I do have the box. I also have the little plastic that comes with it. I used it maybe 2-3 times, and I did create such a beautiful look. Like, I think it's one of my favorite looks that I have on my Instagram, and it's just so gorgeous. I really did like the quality, but was it the best quality ever? No, it's not. It is quality for the price that you're paying for, so I don't see myself reaching for this eyeshadow palette, of course, and that is why it's here. So this one right here was the only eyeshadow palette that I purchased from Kylie Cosmetics. I actually tried to recreate this look. Packaging right here really caught my eye, and that is the reason why I decided to purchase it. This is what it looks like inside. As you can see, I haven't used it, but that one time when I created that look, maybe I used it another time. However, the scent of it has gone away because it has been such a long time since I purchased this eyeshadow palette, and if you guys follow makeup, you guys know how old this is. But to tell you the truth, when I first got it, it smelled like chemical. It smelled like glue. It smells so bad, and that is the reason why I just could not feel safe to put it in my eyes and continue on using it. Otherwise, I would have used it a little bit more because I did like the quality of it, but I just could not use it. The scent of it, like the glue scent of it, has gone away. I just smelled it, and it does not smell like it used to at all. So next eyeshadow palette that I have is from Lorac, and I think that they came out like with 3, maybe 4, but this is the one that I purchased. The purple really caught my eye, so I purchased it, and I did actually do a look with this eyeshadow palette as well as a review. It was limited edition, so it was really sad. If it wasn't limited edition, I actually would be keeping it because I did like the quality of the eyeshadows, the pigmentation, the way that they blend, and it's so beautiful. However, because I do videos for YouTube, it's really hard for me to keep like anything that is limited edition. It has to be like super special and something that I use on my everyday kind of makeup whenever I'm not doing any videos in order for me to be able to keep it. Otherwise, if it's limited edition, I usually get rid of it or give it to friends and family, just because is not something that I'm going to be able to share with you guys, because most of you will not be able to get it if it's something that you didn't hear from them back then. So there you go. The next eyeshadow palette is this one that I have from Dominique Cosmetics, and this is the Celestial Storm. I do have the full size eyeshadow palettes, and all of these shades are repeats from that eyeshadow palette, and since I'm already keeping one, it will be pointless for me to keep this one as well, so I am going to pass it along. I used it that one time when I filmed the video, and now it has to be gifted to someone else. Another eyeshadow palette that I have here from my BoxyCharm that I received was this Pure Festival eyeshadow palette, and this is such a gorgeous eyeshadow palette, especially if you like the pressed glitter. They are not safe to use in the eyes, but I did use them in the eyes, and let me tell you, the pigmentation, blendability, and of these eyeshadows are just so nice. The next one that I have here is this super old eyeshadow palette from Makeup Geek, and this is the collaboration with Manny MUA. I mean, I do have the box right here, and I love this eyeshadow palette. I mean, it has some of the eyeshadows that I already have, single eyeshadows in my collection. However, I just don't ever see myself reaching for this eyeshadow palette. I don't know why. Yeah, so I don't know why. Next we have the Pinky Rose Cosmetics, and this is Bright Light. This is a beautiful, really colorful eyeshadow palette, and it caught my eye. I did purchase mine when Riley Rose was actually open at my mall, but this is something that I use, and unfortunately I was a little disappointed with the pigmentation, and it was just not something that I could work with. So yeah. All right, so let me go ahead and show you the oldest eyeshadow palettes that I had in my collection, because seriously, I probably used it a couple of times and that's it, and that is so disappointing. Like, I'm so disappointed in myself, and that is the reason why, I decided not to purchase so much makeup and actually use what I have, because of this declutter. It just reminded me that I actually have to give love to my makeup. So the eyeshadow palette that I'm talking about is this beautiful, I mean, the packaging is gorgeous, and maybe that is the reason why I kept it for so long, but this is an Urban Decay for Gwen Stefani, and the eyeshadow palettes, I mean, it does still have like the plastic right here for the mirror. How crazy is that? As you can see, the eyeshadow palettes are very dull, nothing too special, nothing that is going to be like, yes, use me, you know, nothing too warm. Everything is very neutral, very, I don't know, very sad. It's a lot of setting powders, like to set your lid. It's just not an eyeshadow palette that I'm like, oh my goodness, I open it up and I get inspired by it. And that is why I never really used it that much, because of that. The packaging though, so amazing. Like, if I can probably put other eyeshadows in here, I would, because seriously, the packaging is totally beautiful. I love it. The next palette that I have from Urban Decay is this Vice 2. These ones were my jam. I know, I'm crazy because I keep everything. Like, the packaging, I'm so silly. The brush, never used, and here it is. Very cool tone, very all over the place, nothing that makes sense or inspire you. Once again, that was just my problem with the eyeshadow palette. Nothing really cohesive, nothing that it can tell, okay, this one goes with this one. It was just all over the place, and this one probably got used like maybe once or twice, and maybe just one or two eyeshadows, mostly the blue eyeshadows, but that's it. So the last eyeshadow palette from Urban Decay that I have here is this one, which is the original Vice, and this was such a beautiful eyeshadow palette. I do still have the brush, I still have the plastic on the mirror, and once again, it was just not enough matte warmness. It was very cool tone, very jewel tones, that is just not something that I tend to use. I do still have the box, however, it came with a bag and I do still use the bag, so it's gonna go. Of course, everything is gonna go. I don't have to say it because you guys already know it's going. All right, so I do have some eyeshadow palettes from Juvia's Place. This one being one of them. I do like the quality, but for some reason, this one just did not work for me. The first time that I used it, I really liked the makeup look that I created, but the second time, the third time that I used it, it was just not something that I really like. I think that I have eyeshadow palettes that look the same as this one and better quality. The next eyeshadow palette that I have also by Juvia's Place is this one, and this is an amazing eyeshadow palette. It is called the Masquerade by Juvia's, and it is so gorgeous, but I am going to declutter just because it's so huge, and I think that I'm going to purchase the smaller version of it just because I do want this eyeshadow palette, because it is really truly an amazing eyeshadow palette, especially like the colorful ones right here, just so perfect, especially for summertime. I love to pull this eyeshadow palette, but this one is just so huge, and I don't need all of these eyeshadows. I don't need a huge eyeshadow palette like this, but I am going to be repurchasing maybe during the summertime. All right, so the next eyeshadow palette that I have here is from Does of Color, and this one is called the Hidden Treasure palette. This eyeshadow palette is just really annoying to me because of the way that it's actually set up. I just don't like that they are all over the place. I do not like that at all, one. And two, the quality is definitely not the same quality that I love so much from Does of Color. Like any eyeshadow palettes that I buy now from Does of Colors, the quality is amazing. This one is definitely not there, but it's just not something that I want to keep in my collection because I know for sure I'm never going to use it. Just the quality is not the same as it is now. Now I'm like in love with Does of Colors eyeshadow palettes. All right, so I do have this ColourPop quad, and this is called the But First Quenched It, and this is something that I got during the summertime. I am going to give it to one of my sisters or put it on my Poshmark. This is fairly new. I just did not see, I don't see myself using like single jelly or these type of eyeshadows from ColourPop, so I think that I purchased it by mistake, and I'm pretty sure that I did purchase it by mistake, so I am not going to be using it. It's just something that is going to be sitting in my collection, so I gotta get rid of it. I do have more eyeshadow palettes that I received from my BoxyCharm. I have these ones, and these are from the same company. This is the Storybook Cosmetics. I did create a look using this eyeshadow palette right here, and the quality was okay. I did struggle with this one right here, the very purpley burgundy kind of shade. It just gave me trouble for it to stay there. It was just blending away, and that is very annoying to me. So I don't see myself using this one ever again or reaching for it again for sure. Plus the packaging is just way too bulky. Once again, I just want to keep my makeup collection to like the minimum, and packaging like this does not help me. I mean, look at this, this is huge, and the little one right here has never been used. I never actually used it. This is called the Fairy Tale Storybook Cosmetics, and the eyeshadow palette, I mean, the eyeshadows look super nice, and I would totally keep this one right here because I think it will be like super easy on the go eyeshadow, but the bulkiness of it is just, it's crazy. It's just, look at this, it's just too crazy. All right, so the last two eyeshadow palettes that I have here are from Too Faced, and this one right here is the Chocolate Bonbon, and it's just so cute. I mean, look at it, it's just little hearts. I love the packaging. I mean, Too Faced, Urban Decay, they have cute, beautiful packaging, but I cannot ever use this eyeshadow palette. It's just not something that is appealing to me. It's very cool tone, and yeah, the pinks are really nice, but everything is very cool tone, and it's just not my style at all. It's just something, it's very chalky, especially the mattes right here, they're very chalky, and I just don't see myself using this eyeshadow palette or reaching for this eyeshadow palette. Now the last one, I feel the same way. This is the old packaging. This is the chocolate bar. This is the old packaging, the first packaging that they came out with that it was actually super thick, and here I did give it all the love that it deserved. I use this eyeshadow palette so much, especially this shade right here. all the browns. It's just a really nice eyeshadow palette, but once again, I'm just not the colors that I tend to go for anymore. It's just, I don't know, I just feel like it's not creamy, maybe because it's an older palette. It just does not like inspire me. So yeah guys, that's it for the video. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and thank you for being patient with me, because I know some of you have been waiting for this video for a very long time, so I do appreciate your patience. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. You guys have no idea what it means to me. Just, you know, you guys taking the time to watch my videos and leaving me comments and liking my videos. It just helps me out so much. And also those of you that are sharing my videos with your family members and friends, thank you. Thank you so much for helping my channel grow. I really truly appreciate it. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you next time.